Шановні колеги, всім доброго дня. Український
Good afternoon. Ukraine Crisis Media Center continues its work, and now in the framework of the project Spokesman of Peaceful Life, we are going to speak about the results of the talent show, The War Won't Steal Your Dream. Good afternoon, dear guests. And first, the floor is given to Mr. Vadym Bartenev, organizer of the project, head of the Central Council, Trade Union of Security Police Veterans, first deputy head of the NGO Ofitsersky Korpus, Officer Corps. Vadym, you are given the floor. Good afternoon. Esteemed colleagues and friends, as of today, we have a problem here in this country to rehabilitate the families of the IDPs and families of ATO servicemen. We got an idea to conduct a talent show with the children from this category of families, and we understand that the better the situation is for the children, the better the situation is for the family. And I addressed to the Association Time of Changes, Chazmin, and we discussed this problem. An association supported it, and we decided to conduct this talent show. We are speaking about art therapy. The best thing for psychological health of the person is art. And I would like to give the floor to the main organizer of this show, Yulia Bartenev. Yulia Barteneva. So about the idea, The War Won't Steal Your Dream talent show, you know that we have many talent shows, and I would like to tell you about the most important thing. The first is the rehabilitation and the psychological state of people who overcome these events. For the children, it's very difficult to leave their home behind, their friends, their favorite teachers, and those places where they lived and developed, and the places they loved. And it's very difficult to survive in new environment and to dream at the same time and believe that your art is needed and that your voice, your dance can be interesting to other people. And unfortunately, many children are in difficult situations. They have to survive, to find something to eat, and some people, they just don't dream about anything. So that's why we decided through art therapy, through master classes, and work with the participants to help and to support their dreams and to move forward to the dream and never stop. And one more idea of this project is development and realization of talented youth. And we all know that children and the youth, this is a new generation. This is our future. That's why after music colleges and music schools that we have a lot in our country, many talented people don't know where to go. There are some shows, there are some schools, but it's very difficult for them to find places where they can find ground for further development. So what will be after the school? So we start the school master classes, and we continue our activity and provide the children with the platform in order to show and to develop their talents. So about art therapy, the main idea of the project is art therapy. I'm a vocalist, and I have higher education as a vocalist, and I know how important to present yourself at some shows, competitions, and there you can have valuable experience. But at that, you need some help in order to change something inside of you. And for us, it is important that in the hearts of children and the hearts of the parents, something should change, and we should change the psychological state of these children. And through art therapy and through master classes and psychological trainings, and also in some different arts and performances, we reached good results, and children came, and we saw that they were frightened, they had some psychological problems, and in 2 weeks of trainings and master classes, children made friends with us, and from 12th of February, we started our communication, and we continue to communicate through the chat, and we provide some excursions, and we conduct some meetings, and we plan to go to children's oncology center. And children who took part in our project, they are not only concerned with their own problems, but they want to they want to perform before the people who also have some problems. And through art therapy, children changed, and this is my view. Child cite some phrases of his teachers. We say, Vanya, don't raise your shoulder when you come to the stage. He says, these are not shoulders, these are noodles. So this was some sort of a technique, childish technique. And also we conducted photo sessions, and children felt themselves stars. And we made makeup, and we created a video interview and session, and they became different after this project. Good attitude is great for everyone. So this is a brief overview of the project, and I would like to give the floor to the organizer of the project. And Kateryna Lyashenko, organizer of the project, Deputy Director of the NGO Creative People Association Time of Change. So I am one of co-organizers, and I'm also an IDP, and I'm from Luhansk Oblast, and all my relatives are there. That's why I know about depression and the shock. I know about it myself because I suffered from this. And when the idea appeared of this talent show, I supported this idea because I know the situation a child faces, and any human can face it. And when you live there, you had everything of your own, and then you should start in a new place from the start. So I know how to live without a dream, and what happens with you when you start to renew your dreams. And the dream is a driver of life. Speaking about our project, it lasted 1.5 months, and during this time, all our team, all our friendly team, art therapy, art, we were able to help children to stop or to start dreaming again, and also parents, they also changed. They got inspired. They started to believe that nothing is lost. They have hope for the future, and they can move forward. And I'm very glad that this project was completed and we reached great results. And children, they opened themselves because during the first class when we met these children, they were tense. They were rather frightened and they don't believe us. But the second class, and they were happy to come, and they made friends very soon. And I didn't expect this result. And during the final, everyone showed their individuality. And I think that for the jury, it was very difficult to choose because everyone showed his own talent, and I was so inspired and was fascinated by this. And we made friends with kids, we are pen friends, and we cooperate with someone more closely. So this friendship continues, it didn't die. And sometimes the project is just disappeared. But this project, in the framework of this project, we continue our communication, we continue to plan new things. And now we have here several representatives of our star children, our diplomats, our winners, and I would like to give the floor to the diplomat of our project, Maria Semenenko, who is one of our, she is a PR manager of our project, so she's given the floor. I'm from Donetsk, and 2 years ago, because of war, I had to come here. I don't have home, I don't have where to go, so I started my life anew. And I came here and I saw opportunities, but opportunities are lacking in a new place, a new town. And my development, maybe it was, for me, it was very difficult to do something. And I came to the first class of this project. And firstly, I thought that this is just a competition. But it turned out that the situation is different. We had, as organizers said, there were many master classes, many meetings. We enjoyed ourselves. There was no competition. We just enjoyed the activities. We felt like being really real stars. It was wonderful and very a lot of positive emotions. I didn't win, but I didn't take the prize. But this project gave me more than just to win in some competition. It gave me new friends and to develop my capabilities. And now I'm in the Association of Creative People. That is the organizer of the project, and I'm very glad because of that, and I believe that we will have a lot of interesting in the future, a lot of different events, and we will continue to communicate, and we thank organizers.
Now I would like to give the floor to diploma winner of our project in the category Extraordinary, Kateryna Tunina. This person includes a lot of different talents because she plays violin, she's making gymnastics, and she could join all her talents in one piece. That's why she got the victory in this extraordinary category. Good afternoon. I'm glad I participated in this competition. I would like to thank all the organizers, sponsors, and those who supported this competition. During the short period of time, there were a lot of meetings where a child can open himself, not to be tightened, because on the stage there is always a fear, and I never had such master classes before as I had in this talent show, and it was something new, interesting. And it was exciting for the kids. Plus, we have 19 participants of different ages, temperament. People were dancing, people were singing. These children are very different, but they joined in the team thanks to our organizer and became one whole. There were no competitors in the final. Everybody were friends. And they were supporting each other a lot. It was very difficult to choose who will win because everybody was at the high level. Everybody had a piece, everybody had photo session. And there are huge impressions. I think I will remember them till the end of my life. Our goal was to tell every participant, every child, you are needed. And notwithstanding the circumstances you are now, not depending on that, you should keep on moving to your dream. And now I'd like to give the floor to the winner, Grand Prix winner of our project, Lia Isaeva. Good day, my name is Lia. I'm 13 years old. 2 years ago, when combat activity started, we moved next to Kiev. I took a part in the project The War Won't Steal Your Dream accidentally, and I became Grand Prix winner. That's a huge possibility for the kids to to become more confident, and I would like to express my gratitude to the organizers of this project because the job wasn't easy. After the project, I became more open, confident, goal-oriented. My attitude to music changed. I started finding more time for music, and I think these projects are very important for the kids because after what happened, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to come back to yourself and to continue living as a creative person. And I would like to thank all the people who supported this project because we became friends during this time. And I think after this project I became more open. And now after the project I'm not so nervous at other shows because this project helped me. And I think other kids participating in this project and who will participate will help them as well to develop themselves and become more confident. Dear friends, as you understand, any dream, any goal can't be achieved without support. And now I would like to give the floor to our general sponsor and partner. It's Blugin Mikhail and Budnyk Sergiy, who supported this project. And now, using this possibility, I would like to bow to them and to express my gratitude to them because they supported this project from any doubts and they put maximum of efforts, material and moral efforts, to let this project happen. That's why now I give the floor to Sergiy Budnyk. Dear colleagues, I would like to say that these rehabilitation issues for the IDPs and participants of combat activities is actual and is a priority of the National Police of Ukraine and of course of the Security Police Department. I'm myself the participants of combat activities. I spent there some time. I could see myself what this war brings us and all the issues of aid providing to IDPs, especially for kids, is very close for me, and I'm trying to do everything possible to let these dreams happen. This help we provided, I don't think that's maximum that we could give, but we gave the premises, we gave the possibility for kids to have rehearsals, to get prepared to this show. And in the future, I think we won't leave this competition, and they want the organizer and participants to be sure that we will help them in the future as well. And we would like to have as many kids as possible to take part in these competitions. Those kids who saw the disasters of this war in their own eyes, because these kids need to understand that the country, that the society needs them, and everybody of them is a component of this society and this country. And by developing it, by breeding it up, we are reinforcing our country. That's why I have a hope we will have these shows in the future as well. And me, as a representative of the police, I promise active participation in this show. Thank you, everybody. And now I give the floor to the general sponsor of our talent show, Mikhailo Bulygin. Thank you. Good afternoon. I think it's my personal debt and the debt of every citizen of our country to help in the combat activities on the east of the country, and to the kids who should leave their houses. The task of every adult is to breed up kids and to give them a path to normal life. And I would like to thank everybody who could make this show, and I'm sure that the participants will be the stars of national scale in the future. Thank you very much. Now, as you could see, organizers, sponsors, and participants of the show wanted to go on. We are working on it now. We started the second stage of this competition, and the next couple of minutes we will tell you about the preparation. Now we take applications online. We are preparing website. It's not ready so far. We take applications in Facebook, in Vkontakte. Our pages are called "The War Won't Steal Your Dream." We accept the calls until 30th of April. Then we will have castings. During June and middle of July, we will prepare the participants of the project. Most probably, the talent show will happen the middle of July. We just finished online voting for the participants of the project. We have 2 winners based on its result. We are trying to create interesting things up to the full to let kids to develop. So please find us in social media. If you know such talented kids, please tell us about it. They're not just kids of IDPs. There are also kids of ATO fighters. Not just IDP can take a part in this competition. There are 2 categories of kids. So please give your calls if your kid have some basics, because during 1 month and a half we can't teach him how to think or how to move. But maximum as a team of the teachers will help your kids. Just fill in the questionnaire, send few pictures and few videos to your performances on the stages or selfie videos. You can find us at social media. You can ask us. We will explain you everything 24/7. Thank you, colleagues. And now there is time for questions and clarifications. Please call yourself Yemets Maria, Ukraine Crisis Media Center. In our center there are press conference And the word dream is very important for us. That's why my question is to the participants. I'm asking you as one music specialist to other music specialist, what are you gonna do next? Are you gonna develop it, or what are you gonna do in your adult life? Minimum and maximum. Thank you for your question. You know, after this project, I started thinking going to musical university because I understand that it's my dream. I like it, and to develop there, I need professional growth, not just participation in the shows and concerts, but some education as well. So I personally plan to develop to keep on giving performance. Thank you. I'm doing with the music and the sports professional for 10 years already. I needed to make a choice what to do, what to choose. I selected music. I'm the student of Kyiv Musical School named by Lyashenko, and I'm planning to enter conservatorium. Sport, I'm doing sport at home by myself. It will be kind of my hobby. And also I can demonstrate something on the stage. After the project, my mom accidentally found school in internet. It's a special school for kids who want to enter in the future to some musical institutions. In this school, they devote a lot of time to music and to normal school subject. After 11th grade of the school, I will go to the university named by Tchaikovsky. It will be also education connected to the music. Thank you, colleagues. Next question. In Navalny Kultura channel, could you tell us more about participants? There were 19 participants. Which genres did you have? Maybe somebody surprised you. We had 17 pieces. 2 of them were duet pieces. They were representative of different genres. First one, it was classic vocal, rap, also rap composition it was. Also, it was popular vocal, talking about choreography. I don't know. Maybe I can call it extravagant style. Contempt also. Gymnastics, instrumental genres. Some drama, because we have duet, and the boys were 9 and 17 years old. Also, we had a young participant. She was just 9 years old. She was playing dombra. Also, she was proclaiming verses. And also, one more participant was in original genre. He's from Crimea himself. He's dealing with pigeons, pigeon training. And we were surprised by everybody of them because kids did so much for this show. They were very well prepared. I didn't want to sit and jury myself because I didn't know whom can be the winner, because kids put all their force to their pieces and everybody was surprised by them. Even if there were some kids weaker from the very beginning, their growth was outstanding, and by the end they were the leaders. You just have 1 minute and a half, so we have last question. Sergiy Malarchuk, Ukraine Crisis Media Center. First of all, thank you very much for coming. And my question is to Mikhailo, to the organizer of this talent show. Mikhailo, you know that the person who built the church the sins of this person will be forgiven. I think that this was your church. This was a kind of your charity business, and you put a lot of efforts into the moral spirit of our kids, especially those who suffered because of combat activities. And my question is, are you planning to organize art therapy, not just for the kids, but for adults as well? And for adults as well, for those adults who need more attention than everybody else. Thank you very much for your kind words. Yes, for sure, I have this possibility. If there are any offers, we will help. The most important to have this possibility. I have the desire to do it for sure. And those people who can join us financially, they are welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much, friends. Thank you for coming. Good luck. Good luck with your next stages of the project. Thank you.